Yeah, y'all. What's up? It's the kid HG, man. And man, it's my first of a bunch of videos I'm doing now, you know what I'm saying? Just basically, giving different stories of shit that I've been through in my life and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I see it's a lane now where dudes is like, giving they truths and they stories and shit like that. So I decided to get into it, you know what I'm saying? So it's my first joint right here, so bear with me, man. In the world we used to live in, some of us still do, it ain't always good to talk. So this is kind of new for me, But I'm gonna do this though. This is the first job I'm doing. It's my first experience on Rikers Island, you know what I'm saying? So this goes back to when I was a young boy. I was about 18, going on 19 and shit. And I used to roll with a bunch of everybody know where I'm from. They know who I used to run with, you know what I'm saying? So basically my right hand man at the time, who should remain nameless, for reasons that I'm gonna get into in a little bit. My right hand man, we used to be together every day. We used to share clothes, we used to mess with bras together, we used to do everything. That was like my brother, inseparable. When you see me, you see him, vice versa. It was me, him, my man Vex, who's like family, and my man Zoo, you know what I'm saying? We all decided to go up to New York one time, you know what I'm saying? Cause pretty much my right hand man, somebody had given some bread, they want him to flip it, and he had a cousin up there who had some work. So we like, all right, we gonna go up Queens, we gonna link with his cousin, and we gonna come back. Being as though, I'm originally from New York, he like, I'm gonna bring Rob with me because he knows way around up there, you know what I'm saying? So, the other two just decided to come, for the ride. So pretty much we go up there, you know what I'm saying? But on my way, we met up at Zoo Crib. On my way to Zoo Crib, I'm walking with Vex, and I'm like, yo, you think I should bring a strap? You know what I mean? Because that's how we used to roll back then. I always into different beefs and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I used to always be strapped. Never left without the crib without it, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I had a couple joints in the ride, you know what I mean? But at that time, Vex was like, no, we don't need that joint. We going OT, you know what I mean? We good. We don't want to ride like that. Plus, we knew the boy had no license, you know what I'm saying? Which was nutty from the rip. So we meet up at Zoo Crib. We go, we go up there. First we go to Brooklyn. We riding around and shit. We all up at Flatbush. We all up at Crown Heights, all that shit. And on our way to Queens, we stopped down East New York. So we in the chicken shack on fucking Linden, and these boys walk past and shit, and they grilling. So we grilling back and shit. And my right hand man, he like, man, them niggas tripping. He like, they don't even know I'm strapped in here. I be done let one of them niggas have it, right? So mind you, I didn't even know he was strapped. So I'm like, the fuck? I look at him, he got my gun that I let him borrow, that I forgot I let him borrow. And he got another joint on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo. So now I know he's strapped. So I'm like, nigga, this ain't Willenboro, dog. Like, this ain't the type of area just to let you know that you want to be out here pump faking and flashing. Niggas be done took them joints from you feel me? So if you gonna be flashing them joints, you gotta use them just to let you know. I don't know if you know where the fuck you at. It's East New York. This is different right here. You know what I mean? So we end up dropping Vex off after that, like right by the pink houses and shit. And we going to Queens. So right when we on our way to Queens, now it was me, Zoo, and the boy. On our way to Queens, his mom calls us. She like, yo, listen, it's hot out here. Don't get out of New York right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all know, but back in the day, they used to have some shit in Philly called Operation Safe Streets, where there used to be police on every corner. There used to be 2 cops on every corner, or a paddy wagon on every corner in certain hoods or whatever. So it was like that, you know what I mean? And we was in Queens. I think it's called like Ridgewood, Queens, like Myrtle Avenue area, whatever. Right when you first get into Queens, whatever. When I say it was 2 cops on every fucking corner, bro, like, so we waiting on this nigga cousin. His cousin taking forever. We calling this nigga. He taking long as shit. The whole time we waiting on this nigga cousin, we see niggas getting booked, niggas getting pulled over, niggas getting snatched out they will, niggas getting locked up left and right. So we like, damn, mind you, his mom already called us, told us to get the fuck out of there. Like, yo, it's hot. For some reason on Sundays, he was cracking down out there. So we ain't listening, you know what I'm saying? Well, he ain't listening. So His cousin finally come. We was waiting for him in the Baskin Robbins and shit. We meet up with boy. We riding around this nigga. I'm like, damn, I'm happy as shit. 'Cause I'm like, I see what's going on. So we follow this nigga cousin. His cousin driving crazy. So somehow his cousin loses us. Boom. He bangs one of these weird turns and shit. Loses us. So we like, damn. So now we like, yo, we call him, boy, like, yo, what's up, nigga? Where you at? You bugging. You know what I mean? Right when we pull up at a light, a cop comes with this fucking machine and he puts it on the window like this. And the fucking, he like, yo, y'all tent too dark. I mean, I guess it was a tent reader or whatever, right? So, I mean, he went on no nut shit, though. He like, yo, y'all tent too dark. I guess he's about to give us a little ticket to tell us to go about our business. So he like, yo, license registration. And the boy, he don't got no license. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, we tinted down, like, presidential, 5%. You know what I'm saying? Windshield, all that tinted. Virginia plates, you know what I'm saying? This nigga don't got no license. And we in New York City, man. So he throw my man Zoo name. He throw Zoo info. Zoo in the back seat. So Zoo throw my man Reese name. He throw Reese info. They asked me for my shit. I whip my joint out like, this me right here. Thinking that, you know, they gonna be like, all right, he got his license, let him drive type shit. So, I mean, the boy like, all right, whatever. Right when we talking, a white shirt walks up. You know what I mean? Which is like a sergeant or some shit. He like, man, fucking search that whole car. Get the fuck out the car. So I got the car and shit. I'm like, nigga, we going to jail. Yeah, man. So we in an old ass fucking Buick LeSabre. And I mean, old ass Buick LeSabre. So it's like, in these type of cars, you can't really open the trunk from the inside. You got to go outside with the key to open this joint. So first thing they do is they pop the hood. They search the hood, which was weird to me. I ain't even know niggas just stash joints under the hood. I know now, but back then I ain't know. I mean, so they search the hood, they ain't find nothing. I mean, they pat us down, they don't find nothing. They trying to get in the trunk, but for some reason the key not working. So for like 5-10 minutes, they just keep fucking with the key. I'm thinking like, all right, baby, they gonna let us go. You know what I'm saying? Man, they got that fucking joint to open. They see them straps in that joint. Lock them niggas up. Lock all of us up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, we going to jail. So we go to Central Bookings. We in Central Bookings. Matter of fact, no, we go to the district first. I mean, we go to the district. I mean, police station, for those who don't know, whatever. And now it's the interrogation. So my man Zoo, he never been booked before. My right hand, we both been down juvenile. We done did little bids here and there, so we know how it go. They gonna hit you with the good cop, bad cop. They gonna separate y'all, try to get y'all to rat on each other. We all know this shit. We all been down before. We know how it works. So I'm telling Zoo, I'm filling him in like, listen, they gonna try to put it on Bull because he the driver. Know what I mean? So basically, don't say nothing. Just act like you don't know what's going on. Don't write no statements or nothing, and we gonna be cool. He like, all right, bet. So we go in there. Know what I mean? They asking me what's going on about the guns and all that, where they from. I'm like, listen, man, I don't know nothing about no guns, bro. And I mean, I was just going for the ride, cuz, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. So then, I mean, they split us up or whatever. Now they like, oh, listen, man, you sit here trying, you don't know nothing about no guns, but your man, he putting it on you. He saying those is your guns. I'm like, yeah, all right, here they go with this divided cock and shit, right? I'm like, all right, well, look, he said he wrote a statement on you. I said, all right, well, go grab the fucking statement, because I know this nigga handwriting, you feel me? We used to write each other when we would be booked and all that. Man, they gonna give me the statement. This boy telling on me, bro. And it ain't like he telling on me because I really ain't put the Jones in the car, but his dumb ass saying that I put the Jones in the car. He watched me put the Jones in the car, not knowing that by him saying that he implicating himself. Because by you saying that you saw me put the Jones in the car, you just as guilty, not even knowing, dummy. Now I mean, so this nigga done wrote a whole fucking story about where I got him from. This one ratchet is mine, the other such and such is ratchet from Camden. All this other shit. Who gave me the drone? I bought it off such and such. Now I mean, this nigga done told everything, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So we go back to the joint. Now they put me and Zoo in one joint and they put him by himself. So he like, yo, what's up? What y'all tell him? What y'all tell him? I'm like, I'm telling Zoo like, this nigga a rat. This nigga done told whatever. You know what I mean? But I ain't blow up the spot though. So he like, I'm like, nah, we ain't tell him nothing. What you tell him, nigga? Nah, I ain't say nothing, man. Yo, they talking about y'all niggas ratting and all that. I said, nigga, we ain't ratting, bro. Like, nigga, we standing tall. What's up, though? You know what I mean? No, it's cool. All right, so then we go to Central Bookings. You know what I mean? We all separated, you know what I'm saying? Different holder cells or whatever. We see the judge the same night. You know what I mean? Same night they see the judge. I go out there in the court. I see Zoo family out there. I see his family, and I see my family. My cousin Goo was in the courtroom. My mom, my dad, his mom, his dad, I think his brother. You know what I mean? And Zoo dad was there, I think. So this dumbass nigga, they the way they do it in New York, I guess. You know what I mean, they put all the evidence out there on the spot to see whether they gonna let us go or whether they gonna keep us. You know what I mean? So they read this nigga's statement. So mind you, it's only one statement in the case. And it's this nigga telling that they my Jones and I put them in the Jones. So it kind of made me look guilty because that's the only thing they have to go on is this nigga's statement. So I'm like, so when they read this nigga's statement in the John, the whole courtroom like, oh shit. Like they all like, you can hear niggas like, you know what I mean? Like this nigga a fucking rat. You feel me? Like everybody was like kind of shocked. Like even his family looked shocked. You feel me? So we go back in the holding cell, and this boy acting like nothing happened. Like he just walked up to me like, yeah, man, this shit crazy. And I looked at this nigga like, man, get the fuck away from me, cuz. That's the last thing I said to the boy. Never spoke to him again. So end up like, yeah, I going down Rikers Island. I talked to my fucking lawyer. My lawyer came to see me. He like, yo, listen, man. Like I don't know if y'all know how much trouble y'all in, but in New York, you know, they like real tough on guns right now. And, you know, you had a drum full of hollows in them. And they talking about giving you a year of bullet. All kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? Your man telling. You know what I mean? It's not looking good. So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? So we got to go to Rikers Island, man. You know what I mean? Everybody done heard stories about Rikers Island. Everybody done seen the documentaries about niggas getting cut and all that type shit. So I'm like, fuck it. It is what it is. I mean, I know how I rumble a little bit. I ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I kind of feel bad because I got my man Zoo with me. He not even in the streets or nothing. He a cool dude and he little. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, we done got this boy caught up in some shit. You know what I mean? But he stood tall. He ain't rat. That's one I can say about him. He did not tell, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So they separated us. They sent me and Zoo to Rikers Island. They sent this boy to the fucking boat. Anybody who know the boat was like in the Bronx somewhere. That's what supposedly. Yeah, he was in the boat. So they sent me and Zoo to Rikers Island. Not only that, but they sent us to the fucking worst building on the island. Anybody who know anything about Rikers Island, the worst building to go to is C-74, which is the adolescent building. And the adolescent building is the worst building because that's where the young boys is at. And that's where the young boys that's trying to catch wreck. They trying to get a name and all that. So that's where we go at. So, I mean, we go in there. It's me, Zoo, some Poppy boy, another Poppy nigga. I mean, that we end up getting kind of cool with and shit. But, I mean, it's our first time going here. We like, man. So me and Zoo already done had our little pep talk. Like, look, man, anybody act crazy, we just gonna stroll them out. You know what I mean? Off rip. That's how we do anyway. All right, so that's how we carrying it. So we go in there. You know what I mean? We do the whole intake thing or whatever. And I think we was in like Mod 1. You know what I mean? We in Mod 1, which is like an intake dorm. So anybody who never been in a dorm, that's my first time being in a dorm where there's like a bunch of beds lined up, you know what I'm saying? And it's like 50 y'all in one big ass room. And it's all beds next to each other. You know what I mean? It's like one CO in the front and it's a bunch of beds, you know what I'm saying? And locker, you got your little locker, you get your little cup, get your spoon, and that's it, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you know what I mean, I go in there, niggas like, you know, where y'all from, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. We from Jersey. I mean, I'm letting niggas do like, I'm originally from Brooklyn though, but I mean, I'm from Jersey right now, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. So, you know, the Brooklyn niggas are looking at me like, all right, he one of us type thing, you feel me? So, I mean, Zoo, they had his last name fucked up. Like his last name Carter, but they had him as Carteo for some reason. So the Poppies start thinking he Dominican, you know what I'm saying? So the Poppies start kind of like linking up with him, clicking up with him a little bit. Now, I mean, you know how Rikers Island is, you know, it's the blacks and the, you know, the Spanish, but, you know, me and Zoo like this, you know what I'm saying? So The whole time we chilling, I mean, we chopping up with niggas, we talking about what we in for and all that, man. It's just a lot of crazy stories. Like, it was one boy who fucking was in there for like an attempt. And I mean, he got into it with his man, went to his man's crib, knocked on the door, shot him all up and all that. And the nigga was like, I mean, just praying that the nigga made it. Like, the nigga started crying and everything, you know what I'm saying? It was this one boy that was in there. It's crazy because he was in there for like, he threw a girl off a roof. And while he was in there, the news came on and we seen his case, right? So, you know, in jail, niggas don't really be cool with the niggas that hit on women and shit like that. So when niggas seen that, they kind of got at boy and shit. You know what I mean, like, he was in there on the news, we watching the news while this nigga sitting right here on the fucking bed. Like, yeah, this nigga, he threw a girl off a roof or did some crazy shit. So niggas have immediately got at him, you know what I'm saying? Took everything from him, took his mat, took his sheets, his everything he had. Like, they took it from him, his clothes, all that. You know what I mean? And pretty much, I mean, we was just chilling, man. You know what I mean? You know, I got cool with a couple little niggas, man, some little fly niggas from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? It was niggas in there with meatball cases, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was just ready to go upstate because they knew nobody was coming to get them, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas who fuck around would have got county bids or something, you know what I'm saying? Or might have just got probation, but being as though nobody gave a fuck, they just was getting ready to go upstate, working out crazy. I'm seeing niggas doing army push-ups, little niggas with muscles everywhere, popping out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy. Like, I mean, niggas in there for shooting parks up and shit. I mean, so the whole time, the one poppy boy we came in with, he like, yo, man, shit about to get real, you know. We both got Air Force Ones on. Niggas gonna try to take our kicks, because that's another thing. When you come in there, you wear your street clothes. You know what I'm saying? You don't put on your tans or your whatever. Really, it's greens up there. You get your greens, but you get that once you get sentenced. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you don't get that till you get sentenced. So you really wearing your street clothes in that joint. So I had a pair of Air Force Ones on and shit. But I'm like, man, whatever. Ain't nobody taking my Jones. You feel me? He like, yeah, you kind of big, so niggas might not press you, but you know what I mean, with me, they definitely coming at me. You know what I mean? So he was scared as shit. He was like, yeah, they got this joint called the Sprungs, man. Them niggas be in there tripping, man. I mean, I don't want to go down there, man. Them niggas gonna get at me and shit about my sneakers or whatever. So, you know what I mean? It's hard as shit in this joint. So we end up going to the clinic. You know, like, it's like a part of intake. Any jail you go to, you want to go to the clinic, you gonna get that shot, that skin shot, whatever. I mean, I forget what type of thing they tested for, but you gotta go do that. You gotta tell them about your history and all that shit. And so we did that, you know what I'm saying? And while I'm down there, I'm seeing niggas fucking, you know what I mean, face on fucking swole. Niggas done got beat the fuck up. Niggas done got cut. Niggas done down there wilding. The COs is tripping. I'm like, man, this place different, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't nothing like I seen before. Like, this shit wild. I mean, this shit just wild. So I'm down there, whatever. I come back, I noticed somebody took my cup. Somebody went in my locker and took my fucking cup. You know what I mean? So now, in my mind, I'm like this, right? I'm like, all right, these niggas trying me right now. They want to see how I'm going to act. They want to know if I'm going to snap or if I'm going to let them niggas slide. You know what I mean? But in my mind, it's like, I'm about to make bail. So I'm like, I don't even give a fuck. Y'all can have that cup. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I'm in there, you know, I'm rapping and shit. I end up battling a bunch of niggas and shit. Ran through like the whole house. You know what I mean? I battled like 10 niggas, man. Bit everybody fucking head off. It was crazy because it was niggas that never spoke in that joint. They just started just coming out of nowhere trying to battle me and shit. And I was running through niggas, and niggas was really fucking with me in that joint. Like, yo, he hot as shit. Like, he's the man. You know what I mean? To the point where I woke up at midnight. It was my birthday, and everybody told me happy birthday. Like, niggas was showing me hella love in that joint. You know what I'm saying? So right after that, I think Zoo dipped before me. Zoo made bail, but I ain't know where Zoo went. So I'm thinking Zoo went to another wing. So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? So Zoo folks down there with my folks, they done got together and they posted our bail. You know what I mean? I think Zoo Pop put up that bread, 10,000 cash, because our bail was 10,000. His dad came with 10,000 cash, you hear me? Got that boy up out of there. So he dipped before me. So it's crazy. So, you know what I mean? I'm in there, I woke up, it's my birthday, so I'm in there by myself now and shit. I'm like, damn, I'm still in this joint, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, where the fuck my folks at and shit? I mean, and like a lot of shit in Rikers Island start over the phone. But for some reason, I don't remember it really even being no phones on the fucking wing like that. I don't know if it's because it was an intake house or whatever, but I don't remember it being no phones, or maybe it was. I probably just wasn't using that joint, you know what I'm saying? So, but or maybe, I don't know, man, but I just knew my folks was coming, you know what I mean? So I must have had to use the phone because I knew my folks was coming. They came to court, so I knew I was going to make bail. So, I mean, they called me. No, they called the bull, the scary nigga, when I kept talking about sneakers and all that. This nigga thought he was going to the fucking Sprungs. This nigga gave me a look like, damn, bro. Like, this might be my last time seeing you type joint. Like, I'm about to die type shit. He looked at his sneakers. He looked at me. He like, all right, man, I'll let you later type joint, right? All right. I'm like, all right, bet, bro. Be safe. So I'm probably going to end up seeing this boy down the line, you know what I mean? So then they called me on some pack it up, you out, you know what I mean? So I'm like, bet. Boom. I go downstairs. My folks, my dad down there. The boy, scary nigga that who thought he was about to die. His folks and my folks done got cool. You know what I mean? They all fucking with each other, and Zoo dad down there. So we like, bet. So, you know what I mean, we ended up making bail and shit. You know what I mean? Ended up having to get a lawyer and fighting the case or whatever. And that's pretty much what happened. But a couple things I left out, like, the whole gang shit, like, on the way to the clinic, like, niggas was really on some, they was taking that gang shit to, like, the max. Like, they was throwing up they set, like, they wasn't playing, like, I mean, they was real serious about that shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, they ready, go to war behind that shit, for real. And, I mean, it just was a lot, man. Like, one thing I can say about New York, man, like, it's a city where it's, like, it's gritty, man. Like, niggas will definitely get at you. You know what I mean? And you can't really show those signs of weakness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be about what you say you about, man, at all times, man. That's why, like, like, being from there, you know what I mean? Even though I grew up in Jersey too, but being from New York and still that in me, that, not, I mean, like, all that pump faking shit, that shit is out. Like, I mean, like, if you gonna be about something, you gotta be about that 100%, because niggas will try you, yo. Like, that's one thing. Like, niggas will try you, and niggas will put you to the test, bro. So you gotta be really, really about that shit, bro. Like, I mean, but that's my first time on Rikers Island. I mean, pretty much my man ratted on me. Like, we tried to fight the case. Our lawyers tried to get together and get a legal search drawn, but his lawyer was on some shit like, nah, those is his guns. They was trying to put it on me. Now, I mean, so my lawyer and Zoo lawyer was trying to, fight it, but I mean, his lawyer was on some nut shit. So we ended up copping out. I ended up getting 5 years probation, and the rat boy ended up getting 5 years probation. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, anybody who from my hood know what happened with that. That nigga stopped coming around and shit. He tried to go cross town and hang with them niggas and make it seem like I was ratting. You know what I mean? But niggas wasn't really buying that. Some niggas bought it, you know what I mean? But I ended up bringing out the paperwork, you know what I mean, on this nigga. And niggas from my way, they didn't see the paperwork. Everybody done seen that. I mean, my man TT, Free TT, he done lost the paperwork, you know what I mean? But that shit is public knowledge, man. Like, to this day, you can go up there, and if you got the money, you could pay to fucking, you know what I mean, see the paperwork. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, you know what I mean, told, bro. Like, this nigga told, but he ain't have to. And on some G shit, I ain't gonna say he told because he was scared or nothing. The nigga told because in his mind, he felt like I was gonna tell on him. Know what I mean? He felt like, fuck it, this nigga gonna rat on me, so I'm gonna rat on him first type shit. Know what I mean? And that shit backfired on him because I didn't tell. You know what I'm saying? I didn't write no statement. It was only one statement in that case, and that was his statement. Know what I mean? So this is just to clear up anything, any misconceptions, man, of, you know what I mean, what niggas thought happened, or we told on each other. No, ain't nobody tell but that nigga. Know what I mean? Ain't nobody tell but that nigga. And my family was in the courtroom, and his family was in the courtroom. So that right there lets you know what I mean? Like, my nigga, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is cut different, man. Like, I mean, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. That's how I was brought up. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. And I mean, just pay attention, man. I'm gonna be dropping these joints here and there, and I'm starting a new podcast. I got some big guests coming up. You know what I mean? We just gonna talk about some real topics, man. And you know, try to, you know, steer the youth from, you know, going down the wrong path, and I mean, really give them real life shit that they can relate to, and to make them not want to take this path. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so, you know, just stay tuned, man. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean, hit the like button, man. It's your boy Young HG signing out, man. Y'all stay up.